Hi there, my name is Krista Biker. I'm a former US visa officer and I offer tips on the US visa process here on YouTube. Today I want to talk to you briefly about waivers. Waivers are a mechanism by which someone who is applying for a US visa but who is otherwise ineligible for that US visa because of an immigration or criminal violation then is able to get the visa and travel to the United States. Many people who are applying for waivers are already working with lawyers because they know that they've got all kinds of trouble with US immigration and they need, expert advice in order to get through this process. Many of those lawyers provide for them what they call a waiver packet. It's usually a document of dozens to hundreds of pages that show that the applicant is somehow reformed, they have a stable life in their home country, they're not going to be a recidivist in whatever problem that they had previously, and the benefit of their travel to the United States. Now, much to the surprise of the visa applicants who print out that whole waiver packet and bring it to the interview, most visa officers don't look at the paperwork. They don't have time to go through, dozens to hundreds of pages, and they would much prefer to just talk with the applicant and understand whether or not that, they have a compelling case for a waiver. My suggestion, if you are in need of a waiver, is of course to have some documentation in case you're asked for it to show that you're not likely to be a recidivist, that your trip to the United States is important, etc. But focus on the oral interview. And when you get that first question at the interview, start talking about the waiver. So when they say, why do you want to go to the United States? Or what are you going to be doing in the US? Or whatever the first question is, briefly answer that question, but then immediately pivot to, mentioning that you are going to need a waiver, okay? You want to get it on the US visa officer's mind as soon as possible so that you have better chances of them considering it and ultimately recommending the waiver on your behalf. If you need help with this, get in touch. I'm on LinkedIn and my contact information is in the notes.